What does sys.argv1 mean? I'm currently teaching myself Python and was just wondering, in reference to my example below, in simplified terms what the sys.argv1 represents. Is it simply asking for an input? You may have been directed here because you were asking about an indexer or in your code that uses sys.argv. The problem is not in your code, the problem is that you need to run the program in a way that makes sys.argv contain the right values. Please read the answers to understand how sys.argv works. If you have read and understood the answers, and are still having problems on Windows, check if Python script does not take sys.argv in Windows fixes the issue. If you are trying to run the program from inside an IDE, you may need IDE-specific help, please search, but first check if you can run the program successfully from the command line.
I would like to note that previous answers made many assumptions about the user's knowledge. This answer attempts to answer the question at a more tutorial level. For every invocation of Python, sys.argv is automatically a list of strings representing the arguments, as separated by spaces, on the command line. The name comes from the C programming convention in which argv and arg represent the command line arguments. You'll want to learn more about lists and strings as you're familiarizing yourself with Python, but in the meantime, here are a few things to know. You can simply create a script that prints the arguments as they're represented. It also prints the number of arguments, using the len function on the list. The script requires Python 2.6 or later. If you call this script print_args.py, you can invoke it with different arguments to see what happens. As you can see, the command line arguments include the script name but not the interpreter name. In this sense, Python treats the script as the executable. If you need to know the name of the executable, Python in this case, you can use sys.executable. You can see from the examples that it is possible to receive arguments that do contain spaces if the user invoked the script with arguments encapsulated in quotes, so what you get is the list of arguments as supplied by the user. Now in your Python code, you can use this list of strings as input to your program. Since lists are indexed by zero-based integers, you can get the individual items using the list zero syntax. For example, to get the script name. Although interesting, you rarely need to know your script name. To get the first argument after the script for a file name, you could do the following. This is a very common usage, but note that it will fail with an index error if no argument was supplied. Also, Python lets you reference a slice of a list, so to get another list of just the user-supplied arguments, but without the script name, you can do. Additionally, Python allows you to assign a sequence of items, including lists, to variable names. So if you expect the user to always supply 2 arguments, you can assign those arguments, as strings, to 2 variables. So, to answer your specific question, sys.argv1 represents the first command line argument, as a string, supplied to the script in question. It will not prompt for input, but it will fail with an index error if no arguments are supplied on the command line following the script name.
sys.argv1 contains the first command line argument passed to your script. For example, if your script is named hello.py and you issue or, your script will print
sys.argv is a list. This list is created by your command line. It's a list of your command line arguments. For example, in your command line you input something like this. Sys.argv will become a list, file.py something. In this case sys.argv1 equals something.
Just adding to Frederick's answer, for example, if you call your script as follows: /myscript.py foobar, sys.argv0 would be /myscript.py sys.argv1 would be foo and sys.argv2 would be bar, and so forth. In your example code, if you call the script as follows /myscript.py foo, the script's output will be hello there foo.
Informata-se-mo, sys.argv.